All right, joining us now with reaction to our explosive interview with the son of one of the founders of Hamas, plus the latest on the war in Israel, former Secretary of State, Fox News contributor. Let's give a warm welcome. Mike Pompeo is with us. Sir, how are you?
I'm good, Sean. How are you this evening?
I'm good. It's amazing. I don't know if you saw Sarah's report and you heard this, the son of Hamas, but this is something we have known all the years we've been covering this, all the years you were CIA director, a congressman, and Secretary of State. How is it possible there's such a high level of ignorance on this issue?
Sean, it's truly remarkable. And to listen, I did get to hear both of those reports. To listen to this son of the leader of Hamas understand the situation better than our president, right? Our president wants to ask the Israelis to stop and to pause and thinks that they can negotiate or that the Palestinian Authority can control what's going on in Gaza. This guy understood, like, you have to annihilate Hamas. They have to be eliminated. There's no, well, gosh, can't we all just get along? He truly, I heard President Obama, I think it was yesterday or the day before, said that we're all complicit. That's just false. The truth is that the failure of America to defend and deter, to stand with our partner, the Jewish people in Israel, they're in their rightful homeland of now 3,000 years, to not be with them and to be demanding that they conduct a ceasefire while Hamas is still roaming the earth after killing 1,400 citizens in a barbaric attack, including many Americans, and while the Iranians are firing rockets at American servicemen and women throughout the Middle East. President Biden has got to stand up and defend America. We have to restore deterrence. We can. And to hear this son of Hamas understand that, frankly, in a way that he articulated in a way that President Biden has not, it's both sad and dangerous.
So you have Hamas in the south, you have Hezbollah in the north, now you have the Houthi rebels have joined in, you got rockets being fired from Syria, and then we've got this little old country called Iran that has been the #1 state sponsor of terror for a long time. You were involved in the taking out of their lead general, Soleimani. At what point does the world have to recognize and unite around the fact that Iran can no longer get away with proxy wars and fomenting terror like this?
Boy, we're well past that time. I hope October 7th was a wake-up for some who just weren't where we were in the Trump administration. We knew that if you isolated Iran, you could create peace and prosperity in the region. We did that with the Abraham Accords. Iran was down to just about its last nickel, less than $4 billion. And today, it's got over $70 billion. And, you know, even today, Sean, they probably sold 3 million barrels of crude oil on the open market as they're holding Americans hostage inside of Gaza. I hope the whole world can see that this is a mission that is important. This won't just stay in Israel. This won't just stay in the Middle East. This will threaten the entire world. And we have the capacity to stand up to Iran, hold them accountable, impose real costs on them. And when we do, we'll create better lives for all of the people in the entire region. The Palestinians living in Gaza, the Gulf, those who are living in the Gulf Arab states, and our friend and ally, the people of Israel as well.
Can you please explain to President Joe Biden why it is a bad idea to ask our top ally in the region to put a pause in the fighting? Apparently, the pressure is becoming enormous. What do you say to Joe Biden?
President Biden, please understand that is an enormous mistake. You should be demanding that Hamas release the hostages with all of your energy and with all of your might. I hope Prime Minister Netanyahu and the Israeli leadership, I hope they'll do the necessary, even in the face of American resistance. We should let the Israelis do what needs to be done. They're quite capable of doing it. They need our support to push back, to make sure that Hezbollah and the others don't get involved. But if we continue to try and restrain Israel, we will only embolden these very barbarians who took so much life on October 7th, Sean.
Former Secretary of State, former CIA Director Mike Pompeo. Thank you as always. We appreciate you being here. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.